Let me tell you how I know you're an immigrant. You can be living in America, earning US dollars, paying bills in US dollars, and still see every price in your home currency. So when somebody says travel isn't that expensive, you're like, not that expensive to who? Because for a lot of us, Haitian especially, travel didn't start as leisure. Travel started as survival math. Travel started as a visa maintenance. Travel started as pressure. And here's what I want you to hear right away, because this is the whole point of this video. What America taught me about traveling for leisure is that leisure is not just money, it's mindset, it's permission, it's learning to stop living like the door can close at any moment. If you're Haitian or any immigrant, stay with me because I'm not just telling a story. I am guiding you through what to expect, what to notice in your thinking, and how you can rise above the old programming so you can actually live. So, this matters because I've watched immigrants carry the one day dreams for 10, 15, 20 years. One day I'll travel. One day I'll see the world. One day I'll do something for me. But one day is not a plan. One day is actually what you say when you don't believe that you're allowed this thing yet. And the truth is, America is still aspirational for many immigrants. And it's not because America is perfect, please. We know it's not. But because America can give you access to resources, money system, and mobility that are harder in many places. So if you came here for opportunity, I want you to experience the full opportunity, not just bills and responsibilities. I want you to build a life where travel doesn't feel like a reckless fantasy. Like, I want you to feel that it's normal. And that's what this video is going to do. So I started traveling young, as maybe elementary school, growing up in Haiti. And when I say travel, I need you to understand I wasn't doing leisure travel. In Haiti at the time, I remember two major airlines, Eastern Airlines and American Airlines. And Haitians know this feeling. Airlines can be predatory with Black countries. Prices can be ridiculous. Rules can feel ridiculous. And the way that people treat you can feel like you don't matter, but you still have to comply. Now, the big deal in Haiti wasn't vacation. The big deal was getting a US visa. Getting a 5-year visa, that was a family's milestone. Like, we made it. But nobody tells you what comes with that. Once you get that visa, now you have to show that you're using it. You have to travel at least once a year to keep that door open. So now travel is no longer about rest. Travel becomes a responsibility. Your family can be saving every year like clockwork, not for fun, but for access. And if you've never lived this, you might not understand how mentally exhausting the exchange rate is because you're saving in Haitian currency, but everything is priced in US dollars. And over time, the US dollar got much stronger. So now you're saving all year, and the math, it keeps shifting. And on top of that, you're not buying one ticket, you're buying multiple for the family. And those tickets, they could easily be up to $1,000 per person or more. So your vacation becomes a major financial event, and you're saving the whole year just to put a stamp in a passport and to keep the visa alive. That is not leisure, that's pressure. Now, of course, as kids, we still had joy because a Haitian vacation in the US wasn't a resort, it was staying with relatives or friends. In everyday American life, it felt like vacation to us. Hey, we're going to Payless. Oh, that's a highlight. We're getting school supplies at CVS, another highlight. Even a pencil felt different. It's the same pencil, but yours is in red. And in Haiti, everybody had the yellow one. So you show up like, oh, y'all don't have the red one, you know? Six Flags, that was legendary for us. Fast food, Burger King, pizza, Chinese food, that was the life. Because as kid, you're not thinking about exchange rates. You're thinking, wow, this is new. But for the adults, it was, we have to do this. Otherwise, we're losing that visa. So in my nervous system, travel got connected to a lot of effort. It got connected to responsibility. It got connected to don't mess this up. And that matters because your body doesn't forget the first meaning that it learned. Then I got older, around 19, 20 years old, my dreams expanded. So I started seeing places on TV. I remember Hawaii, France, Madrid. I had a deep desire to visit South Africa because of Nelson Mandela. That wasn't just, I want a cute trip. That was history, meaning, pride. But my dream, it lived in one word, actually two words, one day. And I said one day for years. I said it my early 20s into mid 30s. And nothing happened. Not because I did not want it, but because I didn't have a plan and I did not believe that it was realistic. And this is the immigrant trap. Listen carefully. Even living in America, even earning in US dollars, I still did the Haitian conversion math in my head when it came to spending on myself. So travel, it felt like something for elites. Like you had to be making more than six figures to even think about it. So my vacations stayed inside the United States because of that. You know, you visit families, you visit friends, you take weekend trips. And I didn't see it as a problem because it felt normal. But deep down, I knew that I wasn't living the dream. I was living the safe version of my dream. And what I didn't understand at the time is that this wasn't just about money. This was a belief system that I carried with me. It was a survival setting. Okay. So here's the breakdown. Um, this is basically me guiding you now. Leisure travel isn't only a budget issue, it's a permission issue. If travel started as pressure, then your body will treat it like stress, even when your bank account improves dramatically. So you will keep postponing joy. You'll keep saying later, one day. And if you're an immigrant, you often call it, I'm being responsible. But sometimes responsible becomes a cage because everything stable never comes in the perfect way that you imagine. So, what America taught me is this: a lot of Americans grew up with the assumption that leisure is normal. Immigrants, we often grow up with the assumption that leisure is earned only when everything is perfect. But everything perfect never comes. So you have to decide, am I going to keep living in survival mode or am I going to learn how to live? And the word here, the key word here is learn, because leisure is a skill. It's something that you practice. So, somewhere in my 40s, things started shifting. And I remember getting a Zig Ziglar performance. It's called Performance Planner. Now I remember the name. And in there, I wrote my travel goals down, but they were not perfect, but I wrote them down anyways. I had in there Paris, I wrote Europe, somewhere I've never been. And I know that I also had Disney as a childhood dream in there. So I did Disney twice. I did Disney with my brother, and I ended up doing Disney a couple of years later with my son. And I'm going to be honest, Disney was beautiful, but I learned something about myself. I'm not really a Disney person. I'm like a universal person. I like the scary stuff, the adrenaline, the adrenaline stuff, the my heart almost stops type of fun. And that matters because part of aspiration is learning what actually makes you feel alive. Now, here's where the world completely opened up for me. I was in a mentors program where they hosted events abroad, London, Madrid, Spanish speaking countries. And seeing people travel in the group, it cracked open my belief because I realized that these people, they weren't all rich, but they were intentional. Then there was a man in that group who was a traveler, like he's visited probably 200 countries traveler. And I reached out because I needed someone to break the spell in my head. And he told me one sentence that changed everything for me. He said, traveling abroad, Webley, is not as expensive as you think if you plan. In that sentence, it took travel for me from fantasy to system. He talked about off peak season, flight strategy, planning. He even had a mini course, something that I think I bought for like $9. And I'm telling you right now, it should have been $97 because it wasn't the price, it was the clarity and the value. It made travel feel doable for me. Then my first solo trip came. I had planned to travel with someone, and my travel partner couldn't make up her mind, so she backed out. And I had already paid for the retreat, so I had to choose. Do I let someone else's indecision cancel my dream, or do I go anyways, solo? Well, I went anyways. Now, here's where I'm going to add something important because this is part of how I'm positioning myself now. That London trip, I did not pay for that, charging everything on a credit card and praying my statement doesn't ruin me. I paid for it from my second stream of income, my online business as a service provider. And that matters, especially for immigrant women watching who still hesitate to build online because they've been listening to people saying that, oh, it's saturated. We have AI right now replacing human for everything. Let me tell you something. There are billions of people online. Your clients, they are out there. And it's not that the market is missing, it's that too many women are stuck at the tech hurdle and it delays the money for them. And when the money gets delayed, your freedom also gets delayed. Your pleasure also gets delayed. So, yes, London was a leisure trip, but it was also proof that a second income stream changes what you can say yes to. And I'm proud of this. I paid for London in full before I left. And it's not the kind of vacation where you charge everything, come back, and now you're hunted by credit card statements and interest for months. Something that makes you end up needing a vacation from your vacation. No, it was real leisure and I enjoyed it. When I came back, I did not come back to regrets, you know? And I feel that that's part of what peace looks like. Now, the numbers that really blew my mind when I was planning for that trip, thanks to this gentleman that shared his tips and tricks with me with that $9 mini course that I bought at the time. My trip to London, round trip nonstop, was $343. Yes, $343. And he said something that made me laugh because it's true. People pay $300 just to go from Boston to Florida. Then while I was in London, I went to Paris. London to Paris round trip was $80. Yep, $80. And that broke the Europe is automatically thousands of dollars belief for me. I no longer believe that. And then Rick Steves became my travel Bible. And I love museums. So I remember when I went to Paris, I got a pass to go to every single museums. I did Versailles. I was walking, around, having my cappuccino in the morning, figuring out the public transportation. And this is where leisure became real for me because it's not just traveling, it's traveling in peace, relaxing. Because immigrants can travel and still be tense the whole time, still calculating, still worrying. That trip, it taught me how to be gentle with my nervous system. Then later on, in my life, my partner came into my life and he took my travel to the VIP level, hotel covered, everything taken care of. And beyond the luxury, what changed me, it was the feeling that I'm being supported in joy. And it completely shifted my priorities because now I decided, you know what? I want less stuff in my life. I want more experiences because in America, people treat home ownerships like it's the ultimate achievement. But I always say, stop paying property taxes and see what happens. And this is something that will humble you. So that's why I started choosing experiences because I love the ocean. The ocean is my favorite because it always brings back memory of Haiti, the birds, the serenity, the sound. Travel became healing for me, not just leisure. So, here's a quick side note, by the way, for my service providers, especially immigrant women building businesses. If you want a life where you can pay for experiences up front, travel, freedom, options, you have got to build a business that attracts clients who value quality. That means that you stop trying convincing people who are only shopping by price. Because the people who want the cheapest option, they will always find the cheapest option. So your job is to speak in a way that signal I'm here for the client who wants it done right. Because when you work with serious clients, income becomes more stable and life becomes more flexible. And that's part of what I want you to see in the story because I did not just take a trip. I built the income that makes trips feel normal. So let me give you the steps, immigrant to immigrant. Number one, stop calling it one day, okay? Put a month and a year on it. April 2027. And then writing makes it real. So write it down, set it in motion. And then learn the system, learn about off peak season, flexible dates, follow people who travel a lot, flight alerts, guides. And then start with one proof trip, not the perfect trip, but one. And then stop converting everything back into your home currency because you live here now. So build in the currency that you earn now. And then practice spending on experiences without guilt. You're not reckless, you're just being intentional. And plus, you deserve it. You do. And if money is the real barrier, then build a second stream of income. A simple service, a real skill, paid up front, no drama, because freedom is funded. If you're an immigrant watching this and travel still feels like luxury for other people, I want you to hear me. You can upgrade your story. You can go from survival travel mindset to leisure travel mindset. And you don't have to wait for a perfect life to start living. You don't have to wait for one day. Here's my question for you today. What's the biggest one day travel dream that you keep saying out loud, but you haven't made any plan for? Drop the place in the comments. Just name it. Just name it. Set it in motion. All right. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Webley. I show up here daily, imperfect on purpose. So Black women, especially immigrant Black women, they see proof that you can start ugly, skip the tech drama, and build your next stream of income online. If this helps, subscribe because I'll be back tomorrow.